Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the uh, NWA review for the 11th of May 2021. Commonwealth Connection joins Kyle Davis opening the show. Doug Williams talks about his history with Nick Aldis, and they're working together. Williams, Harry Smith, and Aldis are going to take out the Cordonas this week. Show goes to the announce table. Austin Idol is yelling about Tyrus Slam Challenge from last week. Mims slams him. Joe Galley pitches to the ring. Camille with Tom Latmere defeats Pierre Blaze. Uh, anyway, the booking really doesn't make sense here. Blaze rolls out of the ring as the bell rings, and she said she wasn't ready yet. Every time Camille tries to get at her, Blaze then runs away, smiling. Camille's had enough and drives Blaze into the corner. Blaze gets nailed with a spin heel kick, and for near fall, Camille then lands hard on the leg, and she tries to leapfrog Blaze, looking like she's hurt her quad or knee. Blaze stands away as the referee and Tom Latmere check on Camille. Latmere turns around and Blaze kicks Latmere low and starts stomping on the leg of Camille. Then they looking to stop the match prior to the attack. Then they're going at it once again. Latmere continues. Camille manages to fight back after a submission attempt on the twisted knee and hits a twist and shout for near fall. Blaze then hits a head scissors and a missile dropkick on Camille. Latmere comes out with some ice and holds it near the lower regions of Camille. Camille then hits a low blow on Blaze and hits two spears for the win. Camille sells the knee inconsistently once she's back on offense. Matt Taven is with Kyle Davis at the podium, talking about how he wants to win the tag team titles with Mike Bennett, but also wants to challenge for the NWA World Championship. Taven is strong in the promo here. Matt Taven defeats Judas with Sinister Minister by DQ. Anyway, so Taven hits a couple of hard chops, and then Judas no sells that. Judas then powers out with several moves. Taven then uses the superior movement, slipping out of the power moves. Judas then dodges a missile dropkick and starts a Goblin Stomp on Taven. Judas then uses basic power moves to get some heat on Taven until Taven manages to get on the top rope and go for the flying elbow. Sinister Minister calls out the Gags and the Gimp and the Sal the Pal attacking Taven. Group then starts to beat up Taven as the announcers let know that Mike Bennett's not there this week, so Taven had no one to help him. Help comes in from the Briscoes, who run it laying waste to Sinister Minister. Stable of folks. Tyrus is backstage after the match with Mae Valentine, worst announcer in wrestling. Talking about Mims challenging for the NWA television title. Tyrus then says he's impressed, and Mims is exactly what he was looking for, as he wants to challenge Dirty Sexy Boys Dango and JTG, with Angelina Love defeats the miserably faithful Sal the Pal and Gags Gimp. Velvet Sky goes on a rant about how Angelina Love doesn't tell her she was coming to the NWA, and now they're moving on to her crush on Dango. This is certainly dumb. JTG and Dango dominate Sal in the early parts of the match. Gags then trips JTG and catches the match up. There's a few chin locks along the way. Sal then accidentally hits Gags with a clothesline. JTG tags out pretty quickly. Dango then commands a Gag to lay down on the mat. Gags then listens to Dango. Dango hails Angelina Love like he's going to kiss her, but realizes that Velvet Sky is watching, so he stops short and cuts to the back. Pope is with Kyle Davis, talking about how he wants to take on Trevor Murdoch next week. He's concerned about Murdoch's behavior as of late. Pope then saw common ground with his old friend because both of them had bad experiences with Cardona recently, losing title matches, and he wanted to have heart to heart with Murdoch about that. Kylan King defeats Chelsea Green and Gemicide, number one contenders match. Easily the best match on the show thus far, and King is clearly positioned to get over. in the match, and then given that he's been pushing Gemicide recently, uh, either way, King and Camille should be a good match. Green then foolishly tries to take out King and Gemicide at the same time, but that didn't work, and King suplexed Green into Gemicide. King and Gemicide hit hard forearms on each other until Gemicide hits a low pump kick to King and then throws Green across the ring. Gemicide hits the big boot in the corner for a 2 count. Green then goes top rope but gets knocked off and then lands on the apron. Knight then hits a flying knee off the top rope. Gemicide. Green then tries to dive on Gemicide and King on the floor, but then gets caught, catches her. King and Gemicide fights out over getting into the ring to pin Green, but Green takes out the chance to recover and the kick through middle rope as King is entering the agility. Green hits a curve stomp into the turnbuckles on King for 2 count. Green locks on a camel clutch on King in the middle of the ring, but Gemicide comes back behind her and locks on Sleeper on Gemicide, hitting an atomic drop. And for King to get the 2 count, Green then goes for the unprettier on King. King reverses it into an Excalibuster for the win. Commonwealth Connection, Doug Williams and Harry Smith. Nick Aldis defeating the Cardona family, Mike Knox, and BSK with Chelsea Green. Decent enough match to end the show. Aldis gets a win to setting up future match with Cardona for the NWA title. Cardona could have tapped out here, but it doesn't really matter. VSK starts the match. I'm not a fan of VSK. Doug Williams and tries to chain wrestle Williams. Doesn't go well for him, obviously. VSK is only able to get ahead by raking the eyes. VSK does manage to get a headlock and pushes Williams back in the corner, tagging out 2. Mike Knox. Aldis tags in Cardona and tries to come in, making a bit of the save. Cardona then immediately tags back out to Knox. Aldis tags Harry Smith, who hits the standing vertical suplex on Knox. Williams and Smith showed decent double team moves for the Crockett Cup, from the Crockett Cup. Smith comes in and throws the VSK over the ring, and eventually Cardona hits the reboot on Aldis and goes for Radio Silence. VSK chop block